Like you gave me permission already to push you. I want you to give each other permission. So I want you to look at the people to your left and right. Be like, look, man, I want you to push me. Don't break me, man. All right? Do it right now. Push me. Don't break me.
Push me. Don't break my camera.
All right. Why is that important? Because we're a tribe. Right? We are a tribe of like-minded individuals that are trying to do work, become more capable, be better protectors, better providers, all that good stuff. And if I'm broken, how am I supposed to be of any use to anybody? If I leave the gym after training and I'm so fucked up that if I get jumped in the parking lot at Walmart or wherever and I can't defend myself, what was the point? Right? Yeah, like injuries happen, that kind of stuff does occur, but that should be like completely accidental. It shouldn't be incidental. Like that's just part of the game. It should be like, oh shit. And then the coaches should all be getting together going, how did that happen? How do we avoid it in the future without pussification of jiu-jitsu or whatever it is we're doing, right? Like how do we keep it legit? Grapplers are the toughest people on the planet. One of my coaches said that way back in the 90s after he got done competing in an extreme fight organization. They said, came up and they're like, gave me a mic, you know, and he's just like, I just need you motherfuckers to know grapplers are the toughest motherfuckers on the planet. Everybody else gonna get your ass beat. Stay out of the cage. Was he right?
Oh, yeah.
Look at the history, right? So, all right, so, but it should be fun, right? At the end of the day, it should be fun. Like a lot of people, no matter where you are in life, you should be able to train. That's our goal today. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna push, but we're not gonna break. All right, so first exercise I want you to do, so let's have Asa and Mike, you guys come out here. Be careful with the zippers and stuff, guys, when we're doing this. For now, no, man, leave them on for now. Just be careful, be mindful. Once we go inside, we'll get rid of these zippers, okay? So, all I'm gonna have is, I want Asa to get a body lock on Mike, just lock it up. Yeah, so this is gonna be our starting point. This is the problem we're gonna present. We're gonna present this problem to each other, all right? Person on the other side of that, Mike, I just want you to figure out how to get a body lock. How do you get your arms inside?
About swimming or just go up?
Yeah, just do your thing. Just figure it out. Right, there we are. Now we're back to neutral. Okay, so for the first few series, and they're going to be short goes. Now Ace is going to whisper cool things. I really like you, bro. That's a nice pistol. All right, ready? Now, Mike's like, I don't have a pistol. All right, ready? All right, Ace is going to swim back inside. He's going to try to get to the same position. Keep working all the way into a body lock. Now see how we're going back and forth? Like I could spend a couple hours with you guys teaching you how to do like pummeling and swimming and all that good stuff, or I can just let you do this, and within about 3 minutes you figure it out, right? As we go along the path, we learn how to coach better, right? Like I got this from a guy named Jordan Brock who coaches kids wrestling, and he's like, I got tired of trying to teach people how to swim. I just tell them, look, what he's doing to you, do that back to him, and they figure it out, right? So pretty cool. All right, simple, so easy. All right, so. You guys want to just stay like that for a while?
Fuck yeah.
All right, so there it is. Yeah, right? I'm like, I feel like I hear Celine Dion, but I don't know. All right, so are you guys cool with that? So, all right, so we're going to do that right there. Just as simple as that. Now listen, there's a couple things I want you to keep in mind, right? What's the Bible say about vision? For anybody that's ever read the Bible, other than heathens, right? Who's read the Bible where it says that without a vision, what happens to the people?
That's right.
You fucking losers. You're going to hell. Read the Bible. Yeah, you're dead. All right, without a vision, people perish. Without a vision, without a goal, without something greater than themselves, without a purpose, the people perish. But it also applies to how we do everything, how we do anything, right? So even the smallest thing, such as how to play this game, without an end goal, without an end state, we're like, I don't know what I'm doing. And the last thing I want you guys to do is get into a scrap in Nashville, fueling up your rental before you get on the airplane, and you're like, get into a scrap, you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So think of 4 things. I want you to think of 4 things always when it comes to any kind of fight. I got to control their hands, right? Doesn't matter. If Greg Day and I are boxing, what do I got to do with his hands? I got to control. I got to nullify him, right? I got to take his hands away. I got to take his hands away from him. I got to make it so he can't use his hands. Control the hands, control the space. All right? Get to a good position, and then improve that position. Then I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it by either choking him out, knocking him out, grabbing a tool, or getting out of it. That's it. Simple. Now you have a plan. So when you're doing this, what are we thinking about?
Hands.
Controlling the hands, controlling the space, getting to a better position. Right? All right, no happy endings for you fools. Right? Damn it! But I paid for the happy ending. I just want you to get to here, lock it up, and then it's their turn to figure it out. You presented them with a problem, let them figure it out. Makes sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're going to go back and forth. Here's one last thing I want to add. We need progressive or adaptive resistance. Right? So in the Straight Blast Gym, we for 30 years now, we have preached the message of aliveness. Aliveness is what? It is realistic movement, realistic timing, because you can't fake timing, and realistic resistance. But the resistance has to be appropriate, right? Like I can't do some tribe thing where I'm like, and then you just go off and do your 15 count, whatever, right? It has to be legit. Like I have to be moving around, like actually like I'm gonna move if we were fighting, and you actually figure it out. Make sense? But if I just start cracking you in the face and this is your first day lacing up, what are you gonna learn from that? How to get punched in the face. Yeah. You're gonna learn how to get dropped with body shots over and over again. So I love cracking people in the liver, right? Especially you booze hounds. Like your liver's like that big. It's easy to mess that thing up. All right. So does that make sense?
Yes.
So move at a place where they are. Remember, I promised each other in the beginning, I'm gonna push you, but I'm not gonna break you. If they're not hanging, if you're spending the whole time like this. If John has me in body lock the whole time and I can't do anything, probably time to dial it down a little bit. Cool? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Grab somebody, start hugging them. Let's go. You guys good? Okay.
Is there always room to come in high? 'Cause you can't.
Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes I kind of break back and like pinch my arms in. That causes their arms.
I want to see how tight it can be. If you do, please.
Yeah. So I'm gonna come in here. There you go.
That's the only space by your elbow.
Yeah, that's it, man. So you move yourself a little bit, and then you get it. Yeah, it's easier to move me than to move them, right? Yeah, in general, right? How are you feeling so far? Breathing a little bit, right? Where should you be breathing from when you're training? Nose. You should be breathing through your nose when you're training. That's your regulator. That's your thermostat, or that's your governor. The central governor theory, right, which says that at a certain point, the brain's going to tell you to slow down and shut down because it wants to preserve energy, right? It wants to conserve some things in the background. That's a relic from the past, right? We're not going to get into that too much today. If you do feel that a little bit, that's good, right? You do feel kind of like your body saying, oh, hey, take it easy. Like, it's okay to push past that a little bit. Just don't break yourself. Again, like we said, we look at ourselves as a tribe, right? Like, tribe does what? Like what it was like a little pack of wolves or bear cubs or whatever. What do? They play. They wrestle, right? They play and they wrestle and they teach each other how to fight. For what purpose? Them, not us. Right? I'm not trying to break you. I'm trying to make it so that when I look over and I see you standing next to me, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. We're getting it. Right? Like, and if you've ever been on a call where there's like, one war story. I was on a call where the motel next door was calling 911 going, you better get your officers some help. There's a lot of people. And then you can hear in the background the other lady that was looking out the window watching the whole thing go down. Oh, he's doing all right though. He's fucking them up. So, but it wasn't just me. It was a good friend of mine, Scott Williams, showed up. He's just a country boy. He showed up next to me with a 6-foot riot baton and just taking heads off. Right? But the feeling of looking over and seeing him and be like, oh, we're good. We are so good right now. And you are so fucked up. Right? So that's the point. I want to build the people around me so that we are unstoppable. But I don't want to break them. I want to push them hard, make them feel like, oh, God. But don't break them. Let's go, guys. Control those hands. Control the space. Get to a good position. Get to a good position. Look to keep your head in alignment with your spine, your hips and head in alignment. Keep your hips and head in alignment. Breathe through your nose. Slow it down. Nothing wrong with slowing it down. What do we say about leaving here? Nobody leaves broken. Right? You should leave better, not worse. All right? Breathe through your nose. Control what you can control. Right? And then control your response to things you can't control. If they got you locked up, I really can't control that issue yet, right? But what I can do is start working towards the solution. What's the solution? I want to get back inside. Okay, now, really quick, I'll give you a cheat code. What's the easiest thing to move? If Rob and I are getting into it, we're doing this exercise, and we're in this square, and the winner is the person that pushes the other person out of the square. And the person that gets pushed out of the square has a bear crawl from that bottom of that hill up to those antennas and all that shit up there. Right? You're going to be motivated, right? But also at the same time, you're going to be like, man, what's the best way for me to get that big Cro-Magnon motherfucker out of this circle? Right? Probably move me. I'm not moving him. Right? I am not moving a dude who is the phenotype for an NFL linebacker. 6'3", 240. That is literally an... Yeah, that's why Sam Colt had a great idea. Right? But I'm not moving him. Not without a lot of energy expenditure. So what's a better idea? Move myself. Move myself. If I move myself and get him to overcommit to something, we just got it. A lot of people think jiu-jitsu means the gentle art, right? Rob sent me a book, Secrets of the Samurai, a few years ago. In there, the guy goes deep into a Japanese philosopher, right? Japanese professor in Japanese philosophy. Goes deep into how this has been misinterpreted. It's not the fucking gentle art. J-I-U means efficient, not gentle. Right? So when you're sitting in your car after jiu-jitsu and your face is fucked up, you're like, there's nothing gentle about this shit. Right? Because it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be efficient. And then he goes even deeper into saying that what that really means is, have you ever went to step off of something and missed your step? That's the Jew in jiu-jitsu. They want to go here, except you help them go here, and they didn't want to. You take them and a little further than they wanted to go. Now you got it. Right? So if I'm going against somebody who's got me outclassed physically and in every other way except I'm more handsome, bigger dick, no, yeah, come on. So, but we're like driving into each other. I can like keep driving, or I can be like, get out of the way and let them go. So think about that now, right? How do I move me in such a way it moves him or her? Got it? Yeah. All right, let's do another round. Grab a new partner. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Don't let them push you out of alignment because you're going to be weaker. It's going to be harder to get to your end state that we want to reach, right? Control the hands, control the space. Set up on a bar. How do you brace? How do you like pull the bar into your body for the squat and the bench, the arch, all that good stuff? We have like these in-depth conversations about that stuff. And never once have I had a conversation with her or any of her coaches or any of my coaches. I trained in a strongman gym, competed in strongman for a few years, had some elite level. There was 12 guys that had totaled elite in 4 different weight classes in that gym. If you don't understand what that is, look it up. It's pretty cool. It means that at some point in their life, they had lifted over 2,000 pounds at 4 different weight classes. Competitive lifts, not in the gym with your bros, right? So one thing that I've never heard any of my coaches say, never had a conversation with my daughter or any of her coaches where anybody at any time ever said, right, get your feet set, boom, roll in, get under the bar, pull the bar into your shoulders, fill the box, right, brace hard as you can, and then turn your head and look down. Why wouldn't they say that? This is not optimal. What's optimal? Think about this. What's the optimal body position? All right, like, Kasha, come here for a second. All right, ready? We're going to race. No, you're going to beat me up. We're going to race because I could probably run faster than you, but I can't outfight you. So we're going to race to those. We're going to race to that chapel. Yeah. If you beat me, Mickey's going to give you 10 grand. No, seriously. Ready? How is she? Ready? 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 Don't look at me. I'm going to say go.
I don't trust you.
Ready? Set. But look at how she's standing. Right? Or another way to look at it would be like, all right, Kasha, we're going to run into each other. We're going to sumo. Ready? Look at how she's standing. Is she turning her head? No. Right? Is she turning her head? Because what happens if she turns her head? Look what just happened to her hips. Right? If we were playing basketball right now and I'm defending and she gets my hips to go this way, which is what? A juke. She jukes me, broke my ankle. I'm looking this way. Guess what just happened? I lost. This and this have to stay aligned to win. Right? If you find yourself with your hips facing the wrong direction, your head facing another direction, fix it. It should feel really, it does feel uncomfortable, right? Fix it. If that means I got to back out a little bit to get myself aligned, whatever I have to do, I'm going to do before I try to do anything else. I'm going to get this stuff back in alignment where I'm strong, right? My spine's like, oh, cool, that's better. This is how we're designed to work, right? Make sense? All right, let's do one more round. Grab a new partner. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Keep those cues. Let's go. Look to keep your head in alignment with your spine, your hips and head in alignment. Keep your hips and head in alignment. I had speaking of strongman, I had a training partner. He's like a legend in the powerlifting world. And I love training with him. We were the same weight class. He was 270, I was 270, 280. And I love training with him, but at the same time, like I'd come in and be like, all right, what are we doing? He's like, I'm just gonna do some stuff for like my triceps, work on my lockout. I'm like, all right, we get on a machine or get on something, we're doing it. And I'm like, how many sets are we gonna do? And dead serious, look straight in my face and be like, I'm doing more than you. And I'm like, okay, there is no number. Fuck you. It's on, right? So, but there is a volume in that. There's an intensity in that, right? There where it's just like, we want to be careful of that, be mindful of that. But what do we do when we reach that point where we're like, man, this is getting to be a little much? Fill the bucket, right? Yeah, if you're not breathing through your nose, take it down a step. There's nothing wrong with saying, I need to take it down a step. If we were on the range, it's unique to this side of the house. If we were on the range and you were just fucking it up, would the answer be to like dump the mag faster? No, it would be like, all right, let me do a systems check here. Like, what am I doing? Right? If you were doing medical stuff and you're just screwing it all up, the tourniquet's all twisted every which way, everything's just screwed up, what would you do? Stop, hit the reset, right? Like, let me just take this tourniquet completely off, reset, and go again, right? But when it comes to this stuff, everybody's like, man, I can't be a bitch, so I'm gonna have to just go harder and die later, right? So don't do that, right? Don't do that. I want you to think more about the principles. Again, what did I say at the beginning? Without a vision, the people perish. Without a clear objective goal, you're gonna spin out. When you are in a fight, God forbid you ever have to get in a fight ever again in the rest of your life, right? Self-defense situation, whatever the case may be, the last thing I want you to do in that situation is not have a clear-cut goal, not have a clear vision or a purpose. What do I need to do right now? What's important right now? Control the hands, control the space, get to a better position, improve that position, and figure out how I'm going to end this, right? It should be clear. Make sense? I don't want you to train yourself here to just go harder. I'm fucking up, I'm failing, I'm missing a target, you know, people like 3 miles down the road are getting hit with 9-ball in the head, like what the fuck, you know? Like it should be like laser, right? Clear-cut focus, driven, right? A purpose-driven movement, which is I'm gonna control their hands, control the space, get to a good position, and then figure out how to end it, whatever that might look like. Clear on that? Yes. Cool. All right, let's do this. Clean up a little bit. You're not sweaty, so you should be good. We're going to grab some food. After we eat, we're going to push the tables out to the side, and then we're going to get after it a little more. All right? It'll be same clothes. Only thing, yeah, if you have like a hoodie like I have or something like that with zipper, if you have a shirt under it, we'll just doff the top, right? We'll doff that and just go to work. If you want to keep, if you're like cold or whatever, you're like one of the Florida boys, and you're like, it's freezing, even inside, it's 60. I get it. How about a sweatshirt, right? Because I just don't want this, as we go a little further into this, I don't want this kind of stuff shredding people's faces, all right? Or tearing people, or hands. That's the worst. Like these zippers will, if you've ever had to like chase somebody, grab somebody wearing a zipper, these zippers will just lay your hand right open like a knife. All right, so want to avoid that. Again, your hand's laid open because something stupid had happened here, and then you have to defend your family, and you can't effectively, right? Did we really serve our purpose? Cool? All right, let's go eat. All right, guys, let's go.